Good day, everyone, and welcome back. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I am Xyleen Padul, your teacher for today. Before we proceed to our lesson, I would like to ask, how's your day going?
It's going
I'm pretty
really
good,
well,
ma'am.
Mom.
That's good to hear, and I hope that you can enjoy your weekend too. Relaxing, watching series, reading, and cooking your favorite dish. Oh, by the way, do you know how to cook?
Just
Yes,
a bit,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Wow, that's great. So our lesson for today is countable and uncountable nouns. So speaking of cooking, let's watch the conversation of two friends preparing to cook. And I want you to take note of the ingredients that were mentioned. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's watch.
Where are the tomatoes?
Here they are.
And where's the cheese?
Here it is.
And how about the eggs? Where are the eggs?
Here they are.
So since it won't play, I just want you to read their dialogue. The man will be read by Mean and woman will be Denise. Is that fine with you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, please start.
Where are the tomatoes?
Here they are.
And where's the cheese?
Here it is.
And how about the eggs? Where are the eggs?
Here they are. Don't drop them.
Don't worry.
Do you need anything else?
Yes. Where's the milk?
It is right here.
Let me see. Oh, yes. Is there any celery?
Yes, there is. What are you making?
Count, non-count casserole.
What?
Count, non-count casserole. It's a recipe in the new cookbook. Here, take a look.
It looks delicious.
It's healthy too. It's full of nutritious nouns.
What else do you need?
I think I have everything else. Here are the onions, here are the beans, here's the salt, and here's the pepper.
So you have all the nouns you need?
I do. This non-count casserole is going to be great.
I can't wait to taste it.
Thank you for reading it. Now that you are fully familiar, what are the ingredients? Can anyone recite it?
I'd like to volunteer, ma'am.
Go ahead, Mean.
So the ingredients are tomatoes, cheese, eggs, milk, celery, onions, beans, salt, and pepper.
Very good. So, what be verb did you notice that they used to pertain to the noun or to the ingredient?
I think is and are, ma'am.
Correct. So to determine if we can count or not count the nouns, we can use is or are as be verbs as a clue. So to further discuss, let's proceed to the next slide. Countable nouns are the things that we think of as individual items. Countable nouns have its plural form, so we can pertain them to as are, while the uncountable nouns are the things we think of as single mass rather than as individual items, such as emotions and feelings, liquids, and some foods. So, do you understand? Do you have any questions or clarifications?
None,
None
ma'am.
so far, ma'am.
Great. So, let's test your understanding with this activity. I want you to distinguish what type of noun is the following words. I will give you 2 minutes to think, and later on you will recite which are the countable and uncountable nouns. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the time is 9:06 and you will recite it later at 9:08. So start working. So time is up. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So who wants to recite the countable nouns?
I'd like to recite it, ma'am.
Go ahead.
T- Tomatoes, eggs, onions, and beans.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think so?
Because those ingredients can be counted as an individual item, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Great, your answers are correct. So how about for the uncountable nouns?
I think these are cheese, milk, celery, salt, and pepper.
Let's see if your answer is correct. Very good. I can clearly see that you understand our lesson. So let's proceed to the next slide, the quantifiers. So quantifiers is a determiner or pronoun that indicates the quantity. So here are the examples. The first two is much and many. Much is used for the countable nouns while many is for uncountable. Much for countable and many for uncountable. For example, please read the sentence. Anyone?
Yes, ma'am. I'll read it.
Go ahead.
Piccolo likes to read many books, but he cannot focus if there is so much noise.
Thank you. In the sentence, many were used in the countable noun like books, while much is for the countable, which is noise. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The next one are some and many, which can be used to both countable and uncountable, but with conditions. And I will discuss it later after you listen to the next dialogue.
Let's make an apple pie for dessert.
Sorry, we can't. There aren't any apples.
Let's make sandwiches for lunch.
Sorry, we can't. There isn't any bread.
So these are their dialogues. So what do you think is the quantifier that they use?
Any, ma'am?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Great, that's correct. So, okay, now let's watch another scene and also take note about the quantifier that they mentioned before the nouns.
Dad, I'm thirsty. Can we make some fresh lemonade?
Fresh lemonade? That sounds pretty good, Jimmy, but I'm afraid there aren't any lemons.
Oh well, I guess if there aren't any lemons, there isn't going to be any lemonade.
I'm afraid not.
Can we make some fresh orange juice?
I don't think so, Jimmy. There aren't any oranges.
How about a milkshake?
There isn't any milk.
You know what, Dad? I'm just going to have a glass of water.
Now I have here sample sentences from their script. Please read the 3 sentences. Anyone?
I volunteer,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Go ahead, Mayan.
So the first sentence is, can we make some fresh lemonade? Second is, I'm afraid there aren't any lemons. Third sentence is, I guess if there aren't any lemons, there to be any lemonade.
Thank you for reading. So in the first sentence, what quantifier was used and what is the noun?
Some and fresh lemonade.
Okay, so how about the second one, Denise?
It's any and lemon.
Thanks for answering. And for the last number, what did they use?
I think I noticed that they used 2 any, one for the lemons and one for the lemonade.
Great, so your answers are all correct. So we use any if the sentence is in question form or it's negative. Just like earlier, our sample sentence for number 2 and 3 uses the verb isn't and aren't that makes the sentence negative. Because of the aren't and isn't, the use of any is correct. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So the next one is some. We either use it for countable and uncountable nouns, but the sentence should be affirmative or in positive form. So let's go back to our example. So if the sentence here is, I cannot make some fresh lemonade, then it's wrong. A sentence should be always positive if it's containing the quantifier some. Here, the sentence can be answered as yes, so therefore it is right. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions or clarifications?
And so far, ma'am.
None so far, ma'am.
So if it's clear and you do not have any questions, let's proceed to our sadly last activity. I want you to create or make a short dialogue using the correct quantifiers that we discussed earlier for the countable and uncountable nouns. I will give you 3 minutes to work on your activity. Do you have any questions?
None, ma'am.
None, ma'am.
Okay, so your timer starts now. So time is up. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I will choose one student to present their work to the class. Can you do it, Denise?
Yes, ma'am. So I did Aina and her mom. So Aina, I want to buy some bags. Don't you have any money? I have some, but I'm saving it for the future. Okay, I will buy you many after the results of your exam. Thanks, Mom. I love you so much.
Wow, you did a very great job. And I'm pretty sure that your classmates also did well. But sad to say, our time was not enough, so I will end the class. But you will pass your works in the social learning group that we have on Facebook. I already posted a link where you can attach your work. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you do not have any questions, then I will end the class now. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great life ahead. Good night, everyone, and thank you very much.
Good night, ma'am. Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you.